I want you to know that I have created this channel because I want to share the experiences that I've had with God with other people. For so long, I suppressed the Holy Spirit inside of me, and I suppressed God's voice for so many years, and I finally have allowed the Holy Spirit to speak through me, to guide me, to show me His will and not my own. So I'm here making these videos and speaking because I'm so excited to be in God's will. And I want to also speak about this because I think it's difficult sometimes for people to understand how God speaks. And I know that the world may put a certain stamp on how God speaks in like an audible voice, or we see it in pop culture. But I do want to point out God speaking audibly in the book of John, chapter 12. Jesus is speaking, and he's speaking in the outer courts by the temple. And he says in verse 27, "Now my soul is troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. No, it was for this very reason I came to this hour. Father, glorify your name." And this is also a couple days, I think, before he's actually crucified. So then it says, "Then a voice came from heaven. I have glorified it, and it will glorify it again." The crowd that was there had heard it and said it had thundered. Others said an angel had spoken to him. Jesus said, "This voice was for your benefit, not mine. Now this is the time for judgment on this world. Now the prince of this world will be driven out, and I, when I am lifted up from the earth, will draw all people to myself." So that's an example of God speaking audibly. And even when God did speak audibly, the crowd didn't hear all the same thing. Some thought it was thunder. Some heard God's voice. Some thought it was an angel. So when we look at how God speaks to us, He's going to speak to us in a way that we understand. He's going to show us different things in our lives, even things that have happened in our past. And He may bring it back to us to show us like a full circle type of situation, and that will help us move forward in His will. He speaks to us in dreams. He speaks to us in visions. He speaks to us in everyday life. And I want to share those experiences so that you can experience God, and don't put Him in a box of, oh, He only can speak audibly. That's just one of the ways that He can speak. So I am really excited because I'm going to be sharing more about what God has planned and how He's been speaking to me lately. So I hope that you tune in and that it will be beneficial to you. So God bless. Bye.